Hello everyone, Lila's Gigi here, and today I'm going to show you how to create this calm after the storm. Beautiful, beautiful. I just love this frilliness here and the fact that she has these jump rings or spacer beads in there. She did use the wider ones, you know, they're kind of deep, but I'm not going to use those because I don't have them, so I'm going to show you how to use some other items. So hop on over to IG, crazyjustmightwork. She has some fabulous designs here. I mean, they're just amazing. Go through, like her photos, and follow her on Instagram, crazyjustmightwork. That's Suzanne H-B on YouTube. So today, well, let me talk to you about a little bit about the ones that I've already done. I did this in the mint. Okay, so they're circular or cylindrical bands, which makes them very, very pretty. So I wanted to try something a little bit different. And you can see here I used a thinner jump ring or spacer bead, if you want to call it. It's not very big. It turned out wonderfully. I also did one with the wider beads with the same cylindric bands. The red is from, oh my gosh, no, the gemstone pack. Okay, turned out beautifully. And I wanted to know if it would work with the 600 count. Well, you know, it does. It turned out very, very nice. It's a sweet little bracelet. It's light, so I used the thinner, even thinner jump rings in here. Okay, and if you don't have jump rings and you have a chain that you can take apart, you can certainly use that when you're, creating the bracelet. So you don't have to go out and buy, all these items. You can just, use what you have. So this bracelet is made up of leaf stitches. So I'll show you how to make the leaf stitch also. So first thing we're going to do is put a cap band on here, and you just need a single-ended hook. You do not need a double. Oops, and I'm looking here, and I forgot to pull my jump rings. I'm using these. They're not very big, and you can see on my finger. They're pretty small. They're a little wider than the ones that I had on that I had previously used, but I think they're going to work out just fine. As long as you can get your jump ring through your hook or on your hook and you're able to pull your bands through, you should have no problem. Okay, so that being said, create your cap band, put your jump ring on just like this. Okay, I'm using two colors. This color will be the main color that actually pops up. Let's see here, like right here, where this white is. Okay, and then this is the background color. And I'm thinking I'm going to try it this way and see what happens. I think the colors will be fine. So a jump ring, you lay one band on top of the other offset. Take your hook up through the back, down through the middle, and up through the back, and giving it a tug. Okay, we're going to pull the jump ring and everything and the cap band onto that band, and then pull it. Make sure that your leaf stitch is all the way through, and then we're going to close it. Okay, quite simple. This may get out of order. Don't worry about the cap band. It'll take care of itself. Okay, so that's my main color. Excuse me. Then I'm going to take the white, and for some reason I love metallics, and I haven't tried it in metallics yet, so I'm hoping this is going to come out. Take your band, lay it on top just like that, offset, up through the back, down through the center, and up through the back. Okay, I'm going to take that, we're going to pull that through the first two loops on your hook, trying not to lose them. Make sure that your leaf stitch is pulled all the way through, and then connect just like that. You're going to take your main color, whatever it is that you're using. We're going to do another leaf stitch, one on top of the other, offset like so, up through the back, down through the center, and up through the back. Holding on to this one and just giving it a pull. Okay. We're going to take that and we're going to pull that through the first 2 loops on your hook. Pushing it all the way through there. It will look like this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the loop that's furthest from your hook, put it on there, and we're going to pull it through 1, 2, and 3. Okay? 1, well, and you might have to squeeze it a little bit to get it to come through properly. Okay, and then we're going to close it. Now, this loop right in here is the one that pulls out. So what we're going to do is just going to reach in, and let's see if I can't get this where you can see it. There's 2 here, one on the left side, one on the right side. We're going to pull the one on the right side, if I can get a hold of it, and just, well, come on, pull it out. Might not want to come, but I promise you it will. There we go. And that makes that loop, just like that. So if you haven't pulled it out, you know, as we're going through, don't worry about it, because we'll get back in there, and after I finish the bracelet, we'll go in and I'll show you how to straighten all of those. Okay? And that's the end of that. Now we'll put another jump ring on. Okay? Going to take your main color, in my case it's the blue, going to do a leaf stitch up the back, down through the center, and up through the back. Whoop, I missed that one, didn't I? Okay. So let me do that again. Okie dokie. So I'm going to pull the jump ring over, and then everything else that's on your hook. You're going to pull that leaf stitch through everything, just like that. Make sure it's to the end, and then close. Like this. Take your secondary color. In my case, it's the white. Again with the leaf stitch. Like I said, this is made up of all leaf stitches. Up through the back, down through the center, up through the back. I'm going to pull that through the first 2 and then close. Make sure it's all the way on and then close. Look like this. Get your primary color. I'm going to do another leaf stitch, one on top of the other, up through the back, down through the center, and up through the back. We've done so many of these, I'm probably not going to tell you how to do them anymore. You should be used to it by now. Okay, so once we've done that, and that is our 3rd leaf stitch after we've added this, going to grab the furthest band away from your hook, and we're going to pull it through 1, 2, and 3. And like I said, you may have to pull this over and then squeeze this a little bit to get that to come through. Otherwise it might pop off. And pull those down and then close. And again, these 2 right here, the one on top closest to that white, is the one I'm going to pull out. Just going to hold it and just pull. And it makes that loop. Okay? All right, so once we're to here, we have all 3 of these on. There's our loop. We're going to add a jump ring. I'll do this with you one more time and then go off and finish this side, and then I'll come back and show you how to do the other side. Okay, so go back to our leaf stitch with the main color. Pull it through everything on your hook. Jump ring over all those bands, pulling it all the way out, and then closing. Take your secondary color with the leaf stitch, pull it through the first 2, all the way through, and close. Take your main color. I can get that band to come here. I'm so bad left-handed. Can't even pick up bands left-handed. All right, so leaf stitch, pulling it through the first 2, Something on that one. Pulling it through the first two, all the way through, picking up the band that's furthest away from your hook and pulling it through 1, 2, 3. Do you see how that moved over like that? So it would be hard for me to get that in there. So I just pull it over, give it a squeeze here, and then pull it right through those 3. Okay, and then close. I'm going to go ahead and pull that out. You'll have to readjust when you're done. But go ahead and finish that. Rewind if you have to. But this is what it will look like. Okay? And I will be back when I'm finished with mine. And just make that the length of your wrist. Okay, so I'm back, and the last thing I did was I got to the end here and I added a jump ring, and then I added a leaf stitch to this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull a band through those 3 that are on my hook, and then just do a slip stitch here. Whoops, did I lose it? Nope, there it is. Just going to do a slip stitch. Just like that. Okay? Just to hold it for now. So now, if you take a look at this, you can see the little loops. Okay? The beauty of this bracelet is that it works the same up or down, so you don't have to flip it around and, you know, work it down or any of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with it just like we did on the other side. Let me get a little bit closer here so you can see. We're going to start with a cap band. Okay? Just like we did before, where we put the jump ring or spacer bead on, we're going to ignore this cap band here, this white one, and we're going to go up through that. Well, mine's a jump ring. We're going to go up through the jump ring or the spacer bead, just like that. Okay? Then you're going to take your main color, just like you did before, and I'll flip this around so that you can see. I'm going to put my leaf stitch on, going to pull it through that jump ring, and also put the cap band on it. Okay, and close it. Now, if you look at this, you can see, because I pulled these out on the other side here, it's the same thing. So what we'll end up doing is probably going through and pulling these out when we're done. I'll show you how to do that. So don't panic if it looks like your loops are on one side, and not on the other. They're there, they're just not pulled out. Okay, so we have this on here. Now what we're going to do is take your secondary color, do a leaf stitch, and pull it through the first 2. Just like we did before. All the way through, and then close. Okay. I'm going to take your primary color and do a leaf stitch. And I've showed you several times how to do the, oops, don't come off, how to do the leaf stitch, so I'm not going to show that again. So we'll pull this through the first 2, all the way through, picking up the one that's furthest away from your hook, squeezing it if you have to, and pulling it through the next 3 bands. Okay. And then closing. Once you've closed that, all you have to do is put another jump, I'm sorry, not putting another jump ring on. I'm going to go up to where as you can see, it goes like this. I'm going to go up through this one and put it on our hook. We're going to take our primary color, doing another leaf stitch. We're going to pull it through the first 2. I'm sorry, we're going to pull it through the jump ring and all 3 of the bands that are on your hook. Getting ahead of myself here. And pull it all the way through. And then close. Just like that. Take your secondary color, another leaf stitch. Remember I said this was made up of all leaf stitches. I'm going to pull it through the first 2. And close. Just like that. I'm going to take your primary color, leaf stitch again. Okay, there we go. Leaf stitch again. I'm going to pull it through the first two, pull it all the way through, picking up the one furthest from your hook, giving it a squeeze if you have to so it doesn't pop off, and pull it through the first three and close. Okay, so we're looking at this. You can see, and you can just, if you push it through, you can see you want that to the front, okay? And then you just want to grab it and pull it. We go to the other side. Right here, it has this little piece right here on it. That's how you'll know it's the right one. So you want to grab that and pull it, and then it will look like this. Okay, might be a little too close to actually see everything on it, but if I go up here to this next one, it's right below that jump ring. You'll have a piece that goes across here and one here, and then you've got this one right here. Has that little loop on it. I want to reach in and pull that out. Okay, and even though I haven't connected these, if you look at the other side, it's right here. Okay, give that a tug, and you will have your loop, just like that. Okay, so go ahead and finish that up. I'm going to finish mine, and then I'll meet you back at the top to show you how to close that off, and then we'll go ahead and straighten any other bands that need to be straightened. And I think it's really pretty. It's looking so cute. All right, be back with you in a moment. Okay, so I am back, and I'm at the end, right before I'm grabbing this next jump ring here, or spacer bead, whatever you happen to have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a leaf stitch through that. Oops. Just like so. It's going to go through everything. Going to go through the jump ring. It's going to all the way down, and it's going to go through the other three loops that are on my hook, like so, all the way through. Okay, and then I'm going to attach it. All right. So remember, I had this hanging out here. What I'm going to do, and I'm sure there are other ways that you can close this, but I want to make it similar to the other side, so I'm just going to undo that, like so, and I'm going to grab the end of this and pull it through. And ta-da, I'm done. Okay, so I was going to grab a C-clip, but I don't know. Oh, wait, here they are. Oh my goodness, you're going to get to watch me struggle with these C-clips again. Maybe I'll get lucky and they won't be so cumbersome for me. Yeah, my fingers are, look at that thumb, it's huge. Look! No, just kidding. But my hands are big. So I'm going to pull this out. And this happens to be one of the skinny ones. Great. Okay. Oh, look. Am I struggling so much? Not so much. Not so much today. Lucky me. Okay. So I just hooked that up, and that end is good to go. So a couple of things. Let's go down to the bottom of this. When you hook this up, you'd still have these cap bands right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. What I suggest doing is just taking a band. Oh, this thing's stuck to my arm. Taking a band and just pulling it through, like so. Okay, and then you can hook it to the other end of here, and they will be just like that. Okay, so I'm going to actually leave this on here because I don't want to be struggling with a cap band. I'm just going to hook it on just like that so I don't lose. Well, it doesn't matter, does it? Because those are cap bands and they're already on there. Okay, so let's take a look at, let me get you a little bit closer, and let's take a look at what we have here. Alright, so these two are fine. I just hold on and then pull them out. Okay, go up to the next set, and they could be out a little bit further. So I'm just going to hold on to here, give it a tug, hold on to this end, and give it a tug. Okay. Now, sometimes you will, okay, like take a look at this one. It's deep in there, so pop it through to the front and give it a tug. I'm looking at the video trying to do this. I need to look at my work. Okay, and this one, just pull it, hold on to it, and not both of them, just the one, and give it a tug. Gives you that cute little, look at a hair or something in there. Okay, I was looking to see, okay, sometimes the white, this color right here, gets over on the other side of that, and you don't want that. I mean, I looked at it and on one of my other bracelets, and I pulled this over the front, and it actually ended up looking cute, but that's not the design. So let's stick with the design here. Pull that out, go ahead and pull it out, find the next one. Right here, it just looks like a mishmash until you kind of give it a push through. Ah, here it is. See how this is over the front? This is the one I want in the back, this blue one. And this actually came over the front. And it will do that when you're doing them. So you just push it to the back, make that available to you, and then give it a pull. And it puts it right to the back. So that's what you want to do with these. You want to go through and pull those out, because that's kind of a signature for this bracelet, right? So you do want them out. And you know, and here's another one that's over the front of the loop that I want. So I'm just going to push it to the back, grab that loop and pull. Grab this loop and pull. Okay? And same thing up here. It's kind of caught down in there, so I'm just going to grab it and pull it out. And this one is right here. So grab it and pull it out. And this is what you have. Very pretty. Oops, look at, didn't even see, I missed this whole section right here. And of course you can tell when you're, you know, when you lay it out and you're looking at it, it's like, oh my goodness, it's not sticking out the way it should. So let's go pull those out and see if there's anything else I missed before I lay this out so pretty. That one needs to come out, and this one needs to come out. And everything else looks like it's good. And you and I'll tell you right now, using these bands and even some of the other ones, it will not stay where you put it. I mean, it's just the way it is, and that one doesn't want to lay like I want it to, but it's there. Okay, so there it is. Calm after the storm. So there's one. There's the other one I made, and I've got two more. I know these are similar in color. Excuse me, but if you look at them, this has a green sweets kind of look to it. I think it came from one of the fairy packs or something. I don't know. But Calm After the Storm by Crazy Just Might Work. She is Suzanne H-B on YouTube. Pop on over, give her a follow, subscribe to her channel. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you want to save this design so you can do it again or go back and take another look at it, if you hit the thumbs up button, it will put it in your likes. So thank you so very much for watching, and go ahead and subscribe to my channel because I have tons more coming. And I know that there are loomers out there besides just people that do the hook only. I have those coming also. I find these to be much easier, well, not just much easier, but more relaxing for me to do. That's why you'll see me do some of these. But my next one will be a loom, and I don't remember how many pin bars wide it is, but keep an eye out for that. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.